What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bob's Holly World. It is me, Bob Hollywood, and today we're going to be reviewing these two figures in front of you, which are the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Legends Gamora and StarLord. These are 3 3/4 inches. If you watched the intro for the last video I did, you would see that I also reviewed Rocket Raccoon and Groot in the same wave. Let me turn this box around. It's this pair right here. I actually bought the Gamora and StarLord first, and then I went back to Ollie's, which is where I bought all 4 figures from. Just because it just happened to pop up. I wasn't looking for an Ollie's, but I saw the Rocket Raccoon and Groot, and I bought them. And I was more excited for them, so I reviewed them first. And again, I bought these at Ollie's for 10 bucks. So $5 for 2 figures, not bad. That's how much I bought the individual Gamora for from Five Below. And my StarLord I got for like $1 because it was a thrift store. So I'm going to read their bio. I can move the camera up so you guys can read it as well. When the battle for justice goes cosmic, these quick-witted heroes blast into action with sweet tunes and expert moves. So, obviously, Chris Pratt's love of 80s music comes from the comic book. I'm assuming that StarLord also likes music, maybe not 80s music, depending on when he was created, but you get the point. This comes with a comic book, just like Rocket and Groot, just like Thor and Odin's son and other. It's like all of these packs down here are going to have it. And if I had to pick another one of these packs to get, I mean, not that it's just readily available. Lately I've been feeling real like in outer space. So much so would be the Cosmic Marvels. Not because I like the characters, but because they're in outer space. The Supreme Powers and the Web Slingers. The Supreme Powers are okay, I guess, and the Web Slingers don't really do anything for me because I have too many Spider-Man, and I'm not a big fan of Spider-Man. So let's go ahead and open this one. It's a little bit harder to open than Rocket and Groot, but not so much that I'm going to cut the video. This cardboard is a little bit more put together, the glue on it rather. So there it is open. We have another comic book to read, and it just simply says Guardians of the Galaxy Secret Wars, custom edition, not for resale. And it says best story ever, so you gotta hype yourself up. On the cover there is Gamora, Drax, Angela, and Rocket. If there's anyone else, I do not notice them, but it'd be cool to have an Angela this size. It'd be cool to have an Angela in general, and not all of the Guardians that are in the current films, or rather that were introduced in the first Guardians film. The only one I do not have a figure of is Drax. Now, of course, there are more Guardians in the second film. We get Mantis, who becomes one, and I cannot think of Gamora's sister name. She's not a Guardian, but she works closely with them. And then in the third, well, in Avengers, they all work together. You see the figures right here. I can tell you right off the bat, the Gamora is like painted differently than the standard figure. Like her suit seems more like pearlescent, and her hair and face are a different shade of green. Ladies first, I guess. I'm gonna bust her out. They definitely put the Marvel Legends figures in these packages pretty tightly. I'm just going to stand her there for a second. I'm not going to review her just yet. I'm going to get her weapons. That's her sword. And that's her gun on the stand. StarLord back there. So here's Gamora. And she's beautiful. She's green. Captain Kirk would like her. I can tell you now, she is very articulated. And I just think she's awesome. Like I said, she's shiny, and her hair and face are different greens. She kind of reminds me of like She-Hulk. If I were to like make a She-Hulk custom or something, I would use that face or this head. And yeah, she's badass. Like I don't see any defects or flaws on her painting. It's a little bit of not discoloration, but like you can kind of see where the paint's a little off right there. But that's not terrible. But I wouldn't care if it was terrible. I mean, she's not bad. That's her head in the default position. Her head goes down that much and doesn't go up anymore past the default, and it's going to swivel 360 degrees both ways. You'll notice with like a lot of female figures, they'll have longer hair, so their heads can't swivel 360 degrees because of the hair. Her shoulders rotate 360 degrees either way you do it, and her elbows bend. I didn't review the other Gamora because I wasn't reviewing figures, and you can see she can make her arms are way more than 90 degrees, and they're also going to rotate at that elbow. No hand articulation, which I was a little bummed about. Her legs go out that wide, that far up, and not back at all. Her knees bend because they're double jointed, double knee joint, and her ankles do all sorts of stuff. Like bam and bam. So yeah, that's Gamora. And her weapons, and like, yeah, I like the paint. It's just red, black, and white, some gold, but it's just the fact that she's painted differently. And there's the gun in her right hand. Looks realistic enough to go with the Joe or Core. Doesn't have to be a space woman's weapon. And her sword, also realistic enough to go with the Deadpool or anybody, really, a ninja. Since I have two swords, I might give him the Deadpool since he has two holsters. Or what is it, sheaths, if it's a sword. Alright, let's bust out StarLord. And this is actually my third overall StarLord. But I'll be honest, I'm more excited for this one than I was for my second StarLord. My first StarLord is MCU accurate, and I like him, so I'm not going to complain about him. But this StarLord is comic accurate. He has a little bit of, nope, that can come off. Yep. Same thing, his paint looks great. It's blue and white. He's got gray boots, or gray, if the actual boot isn't gray, I can't think of what it's called. I think his boot's black, but I can't think of what these are called. I'm going to call them shin guards, kick pads if you were a wrestler. And yeah, I'm already like getting into his articulation and feeling him around. But that's his head. The base doesn't go up or down. And it rotates 360 degrees. Arms go up that high. I didn't do that on Gamora. I should have. His arms go up that high. Rotate 360 degrees. And just so you know, he rotates at the shoulder. And he also has a bicep swivel. And elbow pivot or bend. So his elbows don't swivel, but his biceps do. And his hands do swivel, unlike Gamora. And he has a little bit of blue paint on his right hand. Stand him back some. His legs actually got a little bit better than Gamora's. And he's got those weird joints where you gotta move it and all that to kick his legs up. So I'm not gonna do that. Double knee joints. It's actually a little bit better than Gamora's. And his ankles do the same things hers do. He has two pistols. I like these pistols. The MCU pistols are obviously MCU pistols, so they look more spacey. Whereas these, anybody can use them. I like weapons that anybody can use. Reach for the sky. Yes. Yes, and I mean, he can even, if he needed to, use just one in both hands. You know, like that. That's pretty neat. And now for the comparison. So I reviewed Gamora first. So I'm gonna compare StarLord first. And first comparison is gonna be to almost a clone of himself. It's gonna be the same figure, but in red and blue instead of blue and white. And again, I bought this figure for $1 from a thrift store. He was missing his arm, his right arm, from the bicep down. So now I have a complete one in this outfit. Different, albeit a different shade, but at least this one matches. If I can somehow get a new arm for this guy or replace this figure altogether, they both can be, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, they don't have to be StarLord. I mean, even though it is StarLord, I mean, it's a guy in a mask. You can use your imagination. He can be whatever you want him to be. So that's cool. Even if, I mean, I thought about buying a second one of this blue and white one, but then I'd have to paint the arm, and my painting skills are not up to snuff. And, you know, it's just not that big of a deal. I have not ventured into space with the, not yet, with the stop motion pictures I'm trying to make. So StarLord's good, you know, he's good. Also want to compare this StarLord to StarLord, my first StarLord, MCU StarLord. He's going to be taller than both. I think he's even taller than Gamora, but not by a whole lot. Just like a half a head, about a quarter of an inch. So let me, if I can get him to stand up. He doesn't want to stand up. This left knee its joints. It's weird, which is unfortunate. There he is. Yeah, he's shorter by like half an inch. Let me do the height. I never did the height. So our boy StarLord is a little under 4.25. Gamora's about the same. So yeah, I'm gonna put these two StarLords over here out of the way, and I'm gonna compare Gamora. Actually, I'm gonna let this StarLord stand back here. I'm gonna lean him, and I'm gonna compare Gamora to Gamora. And as you can see, she's much duller. Everything is a different. I don't want to say different shape, but like a different color paint. The newer one pops out. She's got more details. Her face is different. I mean, the exact same sculpt, mold, just different paint. And this is actually the same head that's with the new Black Widow, which I need to get. I haven't seen them. I've only seen the Iron Man and Mega Man. I want those other Gamerverse 2-packs, just for the other characters like Mr. Negative and that Black Widow. So, yeah, other than that, they're the same. They came with the same accessories. It's just this one's got a different wash and color. I like both of them equally. I'm probably gonna, since this one's newer and she's shinier, I'm probably gonna use this one as a custom. Pop this head off, put somebody else's head on there, and then I could use this head for She-Hulk because this green's much better. So yeah, that's that. Let me compare the new figures to their buddies, Groot and Rocket. Let me get a height. So Rocket's 2 inches, and Groot is taller than 6 inches. So it's a big boy. It's a big boy. I love this Groot, man. Like I was saying I wanted to buy a new Rocket, but I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do a custom with this guy. It's very clearly Groot, but I love this dude. I do. Maybe if I got the red and blue one somewhere down the line, I'd be even happier. But that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Share with all your homies. Tell them about me. Tell them about B.O.B.'s Bob Holly's World. I'm just going to give everybody the wrong weapon. And where they can find him. I don't know why I just want StarLord to have this in his left hand. Actually, I think it would be awesome if Rocket had the sword. Yeah, make it Rocket the sword. StarLord, you're pissing me off. Lean on Groot. Groot didn't want him. Groot pushed him down. Groot pushed him down. I think Gamora could actually, this fits better in her hand with the... Yeah, at this point, I could have been stopped the video. At this point, I'm just playing with toys for my own amusement. But you guys are probably long checked out. Yeah, that would be like some Yoda. Oh, man, that would be Yoda shit right there. Episode fucking 2. Oh, man, like... Oh, man, now I gotta get a Yoda and give him that sword. Even though he'll come with a lightsaber. Alright, guys. Let everybody know about me, B.O.B., and where they can find me. See you guys later. Have a good one.